Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 1 of February. So exciting. February 1st, 2021. Last month has had a lot more ups than it had more downs. Let's hope and continue that can still happen and we can enjoy this year better than we did last year. So I'm very much looking forward to that. My day, again, always woke up taking care of my dog, took him for a little walk. Then I went to listen to a morning call with a bunch of business friends, and a doctor was on to talk about COVID-19 and his belief in it. So that's very exciting, and his knowledge is vast and wonderful. And then after that call, I just decided to try to do a podcast, listening to some uplifting teachers and listeners of like-minded people in the industry, and then I got wrapped into YouTube. Today's YouTube wasn't all that bad. I got a lot of things were realized, a lot of things were shown, a lot of hard facts were shown, and I just hope that what was shown today will be, let's just say that hopefully the hearts of those who need it will find God. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about me reading on a daily basis something in religion. So today's reading obviously comes from the book New Morning Mercies, a daily gospel devotional by the author's name, Paul David Tripp. And like I said before, February 1st is where we begin. Sure, you'll face difficulty. God is prying open your fingers so that you'll let go of your dreams, rest in His comforts, and take up His call. Think about the words penned by Peter near the beginning of his New Testament letter. Now, for a little while, if necessary, you have been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precise than gold that perishes through it is rested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at revelations of Jesus Christ. 1 Peter 1, 6-7. As he opens his letter, Peter gives us a past, present, future summary of God's redemptive plan, but his interest is really on what God is doing right here, right now, between Christ's first and second comings. Of all the worlds that he could use to describe what God is doing now, he selects 3 grieved trials and tests these, and 3 words that most of us hope would never describe our lives. None of us gets up in the morning and prays, Lord, if you love me, you will send me more suffering my way today. Rather, when we are living in the middle of difficulty, we are tempted to view it as a sign of God's unfaithfulness or inattention. Peter, however, doesn't see moments of difficulty as objects in the way of God's plan or indications of the failures of God's plan. No, for him, they are an important part of God's plan. Rather than being signs of his inattention, they are sure signs of the zeal of his redemptive love and grace. He leads you where you didn't plan to go in order to produce in you what you could have achieved on your own. In these moments, he works to alter the values of your heart so that you let go of your little kingdom of one and have yourself to his kingdom of glory and grace. God is working right now, but not so much to give us predictable, comfortable, and pleasurable lives. He isn't so much working to transform our circumstances as he is working through our hard circumstances to transform you and me. Perhaps in hard moments when we are tempted to wonder where God's grace is, it is grace that we are getting, but not grace in the form of a soft pillow or a cool drink. Rather, in those moments, we are being blessed with the heart transforming grace of difficulty because God, who loves us, knows that this is exactly the grace we need. And there ends today's reading from Paul David Tripp. However, he does have for further study and encouragement James 1, 2 through 11. So let's go right there. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. Now, there is a definition that they want us to talk about, and it's the word reproach. So let's read verse 5 again. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to you. Reproach. Iniadizo and I didzo, strong, originally to behave in a very juvenile and immature way, describing youngsters who make fun of, tease, and taunt each other. Then the word came to denote mocking, ridiculing, scolding, insulting, and using words angrily or sarcastically. James 1:5 assures us that God gives without reminding us of our unworthiness. And then it continues, verse 6. But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all ways. Let the lowly brother glory in exaltation, let the rich in his humiliation, because as a flower of the field he will pass away. For no sooner has the sun risen with a burning heat than when withers the grass. Its flower falls, and its beautiful appearance perishes. So the rich man also will fade away in his pursuits. I love that. Now, there's a lot of truth to actions in this, so we're going to go straight into them. In fact, it's all just one thing to read, so we're going to go straight in there. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Okay, so let's do that. Verses 2 through 5. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, but let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. Okay, so let's go straight away. In text 1:2, or let's just read, James teaches the truth. Let's hear the truth part. James teaches the walk of faith. Faith is to be expressed through good works. Faith is not simply an idea separate from real life. Rather, faith is to produce in us right living, right motives, right thinking, and right relationships. Our good works confirm that faith is alive and active in us. Seek to live your faith daily in practical ways. Verse 1-2 says, in action, let joy reign when you are surrounded by many trials and tests. Verse 1-3 in action says, know that tests and trials will result in endurance and patience. Verse 1-4 in action, patiently endure trials, knowing that the result will be maturity, a faith that lacks nothing. And lastly, 1 verse 5, freely ask for wisdom. Be assured God will give it in abundance. I love all of that. That is very cool. Very cool reading today. I really appreciate that. And today was a really good day. So, anyway, I got wrapped up there. I just want to say thank you very much for listening to my reading to you guys in Paul's wonderful readings book. I think it's very cool that I was able to get it done before midnight tonight, because I let YouTube get in the way. Again, should never do that, but it did. But it happened. So, but I didn't let you guys down. So I'm very happy about that. I want to say, anyone who is new, a new subscriber who is listening to this, if you liked the type of content that you heard, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you liked what you heard, consider giving me a thumbs up in the video and hitting the notification bell. Anything that you do in action towards those things that I mentioned, YouTube will give me the ability to reach more people, and I'm hoping to be able to do that. If you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you, because you have decided that my content is worth your listening to and that you want to hear more, and I really appreciate that. Please double check that you have hit the notification bell, and double check that you are subscribed, and also hit the like button. All of those actions, again, help the channel grow, and I love that, and it's amazing to me. I always like to try to end the video in a way that is as positive as I can be. I need you guys to understand that because Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, that is overwhelmingly powerful and emotional. And I take literally when the Bible says, love everyone, regardless of their issues, regardless of your own issues. The Bible famously says, love thy enemy as yourself. And 110% agree with that. You don't have to be buddies with anyone, but you can pray and be hopeful that they turn the other cheek if they are in the mess of being not a very good person. I'm here to love on you regardless. That is my job. What God does with you is his job. So I just love you guys, and I really appreciate you. It doesn't matter if you are religious, doesn't matter if you aren't religious, it doesn't matter if you are adamantly against religion, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. I'm here to just love on you. And I hope you sincerely see that in my eyes. All right, guys. Until next time, I certainly hope that you have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye now.